goes back to something you just, started hinted towards about expectations versus reality and, facts versus vision, right? And I think one of the things that really has made you guys successful, or at least built a platform a unique way, is the ability to get leaders and firms to think strategically about going forward. And,
Yeah.
and how in so many cases, we see people in status quo, the partnership model. This is the way we've done it. What has been your experience talking to hundreds of firms at this point about their ability to think about different business models and structures going forward? How has that impacted the way that you've kind of gone to market and thought about your ability to really provide a platform that allows these firms to be successful long term?
Yeah. Man, there are so many partner groups that are just locked up because they can't make a decision together about, do we need to do something?
Right.
Like it's unfathomable to me that anyone can come up with the answer with no, we don't need to do anything.
Right.
Like you got to at least be thinking about your strategy and where you're taking your firm. If it's not exploring capital solutions or a partnership like we offer at Ascend. So if like what we're looking for is, and where it works is, you have to have a partner group with some youth and some energy and some alignment about what the firm is capable of, but also some humility to say, this is going to be really tough to build on our own, and having a partner would really help a lot with that. But we just, it's their vision. And that's kind of where our independence plus resources model comes to bear. If you don't have that, if your partnership is kind of locked up in decision making, they're never even going to make a decision to join.
Well, it's kind of interesting, and I know we've talked about this, our framework to remain independent or thrive as a firm in general. And the first four, table stakes, if you will, is all focused on alignment, strong leadership, having succession in place, and then, understanding deferred comp. But it's all volume controlled around this idea of capital reinvestment to be able to execute that. And to your point, for firms to be thinking that if we can't make that happen today, if we just keep things the way they are, we're going to be okay. And I just think there's so much change in the sophisticated market that makes it challenging to really be able to compete going forward. And I don't know if you're seeing that with all the different investment strategies coming into the market.
Yeah, everyone's got a little bit different flavor, and every firm has different needs. Even when we find a group that's aligned about, hey, we want to do something, we want to be special, we want to make the most of our potential here, we still need to do a considerable amount of work with the managing partner of that firm. And we actually don't call them managing partners, we call them CEOs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just semantics. We actually have a scorecard where we lay out, like, here are the key differences between what a CEO does and what a managing partner does. We have something called CEO Power Launch, where we bring them in and kind of try to rewire some of the things that people in the profession believe about leadership and management, and kind of send them off to go lead their firms well. And so when we say people first, there's a lot of things that we mean, that there's an ethos to that, but there's also a program and a strategy behind it too. And I just don't think anyone's going to go anywhere without really focusing hard on leadership.